Okay then, Helldivers, we are back. We've got loads to go over today as the Incineration Corp has now finally arrived back on the map. We've also lost Yalivar, which has brought a negative impact into the DSS. We're going to dive into all of your Galactic War map interactions today, as well as some known issues. The list is expanding dramatically and more stuff is being added on the daily. We've also got some responses coming from the development team over on Discord, and Reddit is flooded with some of the crazy stuff you guys have been able to achieve with the latest patch update and latest war bond. So we're going to showcase all of that for you guys today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button, subscribe with post notifications on, it'd be greatly appreciated. Check out our incredible sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can get your video games cheaper for PC and console with the best deals, offers, promotions, and discounts, all running up to 70% off. It's a no-brainer. Links at the description. And if you want to get your hands on a free war bond, very simply head down to the comment section and put in a fire emoji and it'll enter you in. We'll be announcing that one in the next few days. But with that being said, let's see what it is that's happening right now in Helldivers 2. So starting off, we're on the Galactic War map, and as we can see, we had a strategic alert come up just yesterday, which showcases that we do have the Incineration Corp now on Yalivar and also on Clarel. They started off on Aurora Bay, although they have clearly expanded, and we now have 2 planets that we need to actively take. At the moment, we have Clarel, which has the Deep Mantle Forge complex on there, which we are definitely needing, but Yalivar is one of the ones that we are looking at right now. As we received a Yalivar has fallen notification stating that where the DSS was originally constructed has been invaded by the Automatons. The DSS construction site has been the nexus of coordination and support for the space station since its completion. With its loss, cooldown times for all DSS tactical actions will be, and then a bunch of code hours longer until further notice. I'm going to presume that's just 24 hours longer, as when we take a look at the actual DSS itself, we can see right here that there is there's some expanded times on here. So yeah, we've got a lot going on, but you guys are going to have to go ahead and take Yalivar, as it's the 3rd and final planet for our major order, which we've got to hold all 3 in the next 3 days. Your personal order for today is to extract from 3 successful missions. That is pretty easy, done into 24-hour time period. And first, for you guys wondering what your superstore is, the live wire has now been taken out, and our rotation for the next 2 days is the Grand Juror, also known as the Judge Dredd Drip. But we also have the warrant in here, and this is something that you guys do definitely want. If you've not been able to get it over the last couple of rotations, now is the time for the next 12 days, so make sure you go ahead and grab hold of that one. But we're going to move ahead into the game's back end, as there seems to be loads happening right now. There's been a recent update on the Helldivers 2 known issues listing, giving us an array of new things to take a look at. The first one, which was the Plaza 45 Epoch not having the incorrect spread values, has been on there for a few days now, although we have had 3 new updates to the list. It states that using the Lift 182 warp pack in the FRV causes players to be desynced, something that people are finding happens pretty much every single time. Another issue with that Lift 182 warp pack, though, is that Black Hole can sometimes be seen while ADS in first person. Really, really weird, but this warp pack seems to be causing quite a few issues as of right now. We'll see exactly how it is that they rectify it. Hopefully they don't make a pull out on it, because we know that sometimes if things are really bad, then they will pull it out. But I think that we should be okay for a little while before this one actually becomes too bad. And finally, extracting whilst the adrenofibrillator passive is active causes audio issues, which we are finding to be really, really frustrating. The only way to actually resolve it is by restarting your game, for those of you guys who don't know. So hopefully they get that fixed very, very soon. Unfortunately, though, that's not everything that we're seeing, as we've seen a load more bugs and issues come into the game just recently. Hopefully that's something that we will see get fixed. Another thing that they've been talking about, though, over on the Discord is the reload animation for the Epoch being a bit bugged. It has got a few issues, especially with the way that it loads in and things just randomly disappear when taking parts out. It's really, really odd. But irrelevant to it, B Vitamin stated that she saw it today. I think it's already being looked into. So fingers crossed there is some rectification on that and we can get some more fixes coming to the game, because I think it's really important now to start dealing with the health of the game before the game actually launches on Xbox on August 26th. So it is very important that we see something come through very soon. Now, we do have a message coming from the Baskinator that gives us quite good insight as to how it is that Arrowhead actually set out their operations in terms of a recap of what it is that's happened throughout the game and how it is that they actually communicate with each other. A lot of you guys have been putting ideas into pretty much everywhere, and I kind of want to give you the info of where it is that they're mainly looking at. Pascanator states right here that we try to capture as much of your wishes as possible in a weekly sentiment report, which we put together on Mondays, and then we also have a weekly recap on Fridays to catch other things. I spend a lot of time in here just reading and not talking. That's right, just watching, because I'm gathering your raw feedback. I do the same thing on Reddit, 3 subs now, and Reddit, and YouTube comments for creators and DMs people send. It's so much information, but we do our best to distill it into a report that gives developers the essential info. Now, this is really, really important, and I know that people underplay exactly what it is that they do, but realistically, the info that they get on these sentiment reports are absolutely amazing. I've obviously had some input into obviously giving people some certain pieces of information and screenshots and stuff like that, so it is really nice that we can get involved in it. But whatever you put in the comment section of this video will genuinely potentially get through to the developers based on what they actually read. We are a propaganda commander, so they do take a look at a lot of the content we put out. So make sure that when you are putting your comments down there, it's constructive and can actually help the developers enhance the game and make it better. And talking about making the game better, it seems that they have actually already done that with the One True Flag, as you guys have been doing some wild and wonderful things. This right here is the One True Guard Dog. Yep, that's right. Somebody actually managed to put the flag straight through the guard dog, and this has got to be one of the most democratic looking things I've ever seen in my life. I think the guard dog should naturally just have a little flag through it anyway, but it is so funny that you can actively now do that. And in other news, with the One True Flag, you guys are putting this thing, well, absolutely everywhere that you possibly can. So yes, that is a flag in the back of an actively live charger. Massive kudos to that, man. I absolutely love it. Moving forward, though, we've been talking about the name voting that we've had for the Remembrance City and how it is that we should have actually have done it. We still have this monitor here that has nothing to do with the game right now. It's just been sat there for ages. For maybe the last 5 to 6 months, they have actually been talking about what that monitor could be used for and that they do have a potential future use for it, although we're yet to actually see anything about it. I think that a voting list or a voting poll for a short time period would have been a really cool thing to utilize it for, meaning that everybody actively in-game does actually have an input to it. I think that it doesn't take a genius to figure out, with 2.5 million players logging in each week, there's not that many people in the YouTube comments, there's not that many people in the Discords, there's not that many people in the Reddits. So I actually think that it would have been better as an in-game movement so that every Helldiver genuinely has a say in what happens in the future. Moving forward, though, a very interesting concept. Now, this obviously is not what I want to happen, but this one popped up on the Reddit with 13,000 upvotes, and I actually really enjoyed the idea of it, but we kind of went down a bit of a different route. It states that a dream Arrowhead added red super credits into missions that would remove super credits from your account if you picked them up. Now, what I find hilarious is that this would actually be really, really funny to see somebody freak out over losing super credits, but I think that taking away super credits would be a really bad move. What I do think would be funny, though, is to have some dud super credits, some explosive super credits. Maybe that they're purple, or if it's on the Automaton sector, they are red, or if it's over on the Terminid sector, we're seeing a weird-ish yellowy brown color, and you pick them up and they explode. That would be absolutely hilarious, almost like a preset trap for the Helldivers. I think would be a really, really cool way of issuing it out so that not every set of super credits was legitimately just blue and pick upable. That's just my 2 cents on it, but I thought it was hilarious. Let me know your ideas in the comment section below. And taking a look at your top comments from the last video where we were talking about the idea of the chainsword that Sham Georgiani was talking about, cooldown changes and a server takedown, this one right here had some interesting comments to say the least. It says right here, a chainsword by the Emperor, as if the shovel wasn't enough. Give me a las gun and my life is complete. Now, yes, a laser rifle would be really cool, man. I think a marksman rifle in the laser format, that's not the kill zone move that we've already got, but an actual laser rifle would be so cool, especially if they stimmed it up relatively close to the way that it was in 40k. It's a cool reference, and it would have been something that I really enjoyed. Next up, this one states right here, as soon as I saw chainswords, I clicked on this video. Yes, it is under absolutely everybody's brains that we know full well the community really want it. They've been speaking about it for as long as the game has actually been released, and even more so once melee weapons actually came in. So fingers crossed Sham Georgiani wasn't trolling us with that, and something actually comes through eventually. And finally, this one states, yeah, the Epoch is killing me. Had a Hulk coming at me. I charged it up, shot, aimed right dead center, and then shot went over the shoulder. My aim was on point. Yeah, we know that the spread is definitely an issue, and hopefully it's something that they fix really soon. With Tuesday being update day, I'm hoping that somebody in the balance side is already looking into it and hopefully has a fix ready for the balance coming up on Tuesday. We'll wait and see how that one goes, but make sure you stay tuned to the channel, because you know as soon as they issue it out, we'll have it for you guys right here. Nonetheless, though, that's unfortunately we got time for today. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on. Appreciate your faces, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.